Hey, so I'm just getting ready to go for a shift tonight. I work, hang on. I work 4:15 to 9:15, and I'm leaving like at 2:45 because like I said, I mentioned the canal, and that's like stressful. It's difficult enough having to walk everywhere you go, but very satisfying because like I get so much energy and so much exercise. I burn so many calories, and I'm actually so grateful for that. Like, because that was something that I missed from pre-pandemic. I was just thinking about one of my favorite jobs. There'll probably be like two or three, like depending on logistics. Because like I don't just think like, oh, anymore. I don't think like I wish I was back in that place just because it's more comfortable than being in this place. But yeah, logistically, it was this taco burrito Tex-Mex shop in the city that I used to live before I moved here. And it was so cute and it was so small, and like we just had our little like actual work family. And so it was it was amicable in the sense that like I don't usually get sick. Like if I make excuses to not come into work, it's because of like I did something to myself, or I'm just not feeling the employer anymore. So yeah. So I was doing a little face mask. I already had some Manuka honey on my face because I washed my face in the shower, but my chin was getting a little clogged because I've been using olive oil to condition it and just remove eye makeup and things like that. But I'm just gonna try and suction out a little bit of this dirt. And then I believe that I'm working 9 to 9:45 to 4:45 tomorrow, which is not that bad just because then I can walk back in the evening. Oh my goodness. Not that it's not safe to walk back in the evening by myself because, like, the Most High always has my back. Like, and that's on period. For real, for real. Like, I know some people are always, they look at me skeptical because I don't even have to, pretend. I don't even have to, like, bring up the fact that it's the Most High that is protecting me. Like, they'll look at me like, what do you mean you walk home, like, in the dark by yourself? And yeah, like I used to do that all the time when I was younger. And it just is what it is. And like even further than just walking like for a job, it's just he's always protected me and made a way for me, which is what the scriptures promise. So like I don't know what the problem is. Why do I look like, well, we're not gonna say who, but he. Okay? So anyway, here we are. I'm just getting ready. I cashed my check. Like I said, I had a good morning. I actually ran into the man that, do you remember when I was talking to you and I was like, when I say that I've learned a lot of things from certain people, and I said that to this one man, and I thought I was talking to another man. I ran into the original man that I thought that I was talking to, and he was like, "Oh, how's the job search going?" And so then I told him that like I have a job at CK and at Denier, and he was like, "Oh, okay," and then I was like, but we'll hang out soon. We'll hang out soon. And I just like, because I have to come get ready. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and talk to you for half an hour. Like, time is money, honey. You know what I mean? And that's also something that I was thinking about because, like, when I go to the grocery store that I go to now, I have to pass by the mechanic shop where that Jamaican mechanic works, and I was like really, really hoping that he wouldn't come out and be like, hey, because like sometimes I can't like say no to like like not even stupid conversations, but like just not being like self-centered enough to like say no to a man, like in terms of him being like, oh, I'm always so happy to see you, blah blah blah. Because like I always feel like more inclined to like stick around for that kind of conversation, because women don't even like go in with that. They're like, they'll ask you how you're doing, they'll tell you how they're doing, they'll ask you if you have to go somewhere, like if they're, because like even on the phone, like, did I catch you at a bad time? I've noticed that a lot of males don't actually even ask that question. So I'm gonna go rinse my face and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I left off with my talking point, but I do need to moisturize my face. And my body, and just focus on getting to work so I can come back home from work, because funnily enough, when I moved out when I was 19, that's when I realized, I was like, wait, so I'm paying for this living space so I can go elsewhere, just so I can come back to this living space and just like feel better about like being in this living space that I'm paying so much money for, that I'm working and like feeling so uncomfortable. Like, child, it's fine though. I'm experiencing a lot, and it's an experience. And who wouldn't want to come down to earth and have an experience? So I'm just gonna moisturize my body now. But just hang on. So my husband called me this morning, and I was gonna say my ex-husband, but like apparently he's not, because like the papers that we signed were from a different city, and so it didn't count as like actual divorce. And so, all right, that's fine. I'm not shook about it. We can go into details about like why I might be, but right now I'm focused on myself, which is like so great, because like I'm usually so hesitant to just focus on myself, and not just like in the era of decentering men. It's just being my own person, because when I look back on my relationship with my mom, she always centered men, and so that also obviously sculpted a lot of the way that I think about men and relationships in general, where you have to be more of the nurturer and giver, and just overall sacrificing yourself. I know that like sounds dramatic, but like, geez Louise, like, it reminds me of that. I think I mentioned the Ben Shapiro's sister being like, oh, like, I'm just gonna keep my hot body instead of having a child, and that's so selfish. Okay, go on. Because if it's not for the right man, if it's like I've been married for 8 years, let's say, because 8 is 1 past 7, and we all know what the number 7 means. And if you don't, well, get to knowing, because I'm not a teacher, I'm only a woman. So if it gets to that point, and I don't think it wise to sacrifice my body, because childbirth is one of the most dangerous things that you can do as a woman, aside from dating the wrong man and then having a child with him. Child. Then what are we really doing? You know what I mean? Of course I'm going to keep my hot body. What are you talking about? It can only get hotter from here on out. I can only become more disciplined. I can only become more centered. I even remember the last few months of being married to my husband, I wouldn't even like moisturize my skin. And now I'm just like so like in tune with like what my body needs. I would just like go to work, come home, drink wine, go to sleep. Go to work, come home, drink wine, go to sleep. And over and over and over. And I remember like from the beginning of our relationship, I wanted so badly to like connect to him like emotionally. And then towards the end of our relationship, I would just like be so grateful. I'd be like, are you playing video games tonight? And he'd be like, yes. And I'd be like, thank God. And then I'll just like come into this room and just like go back to like myself, like go into myself, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you reap what you sow, babe. But speaking of, I don't know if men actually know this, but like women have sexual urges. And I've actually expressed them. Because like, I don't usually like hide those kinds of things. And, excuse me. So tomorrow, hopefully, I get some needs met. They will be from a trusted source, aka my ex-husband. Yes, I know it's all very contradictory. Like, listen to me, but don't, because I'm not wisdom incarnate. Okay, I'm just Kathleen. Kathleen Nomkele Mishanga. Okay, and it stays that way until we sign the right papers. Apparently. Child. I know sometimes I'd be like self-sabotaging. I feel like he's self-sabotaging himself. Because if he really wanted the separation, baby, it would be on its way. It truly, truly would. This isn't the right one, but... Oh, it got ripped. Okay. Anyway. Oh no, what was I going to say? I don't know. I can't remember. But you gotta blow dry my hair, and it's gonna be loud. So, I was moisturizing. I was talking about decentering men. I don't know. Maybe I should just be focusing on myself. Okay, I'll do that, and then I'll just make a part 2.